Have you ever tried to run a high-quality video signal across a really big space, like say from a server rack to a screen on the other side of a warehouse? You get that super long HDMI cable, you plug it in, you get, well, nothing. Or maybe that awful static snow.
Oh, yeah, that's the classic AV problem, right? It's just physics. High bandwidth signals like 4K video, they degrade so fast over copper. Once you get past, say, 25 feet, you are really pushing your luck.
Right. So today, we're unpacking a piece of hardware that claims to solve that exact problem. We're looking at the NTI ST-C64K9GB-R-328. It's billed as an HDMI matrix switch, but when you look at the specs, it seems to be doing something a little more specific.
It is. I mean, this device is really all about brute force extension. The whole point is to take uncompressed 4K video and audio and just fire it over these huge distances using standard Ethernet cables.
Okay, let's talk about those distance claims first. The spec sheet says 328 feet. That's longer than a football field. Do those numbers actually hold up in the real world?
They do, but, and this is a big but, your infrastructure has to be perfect. You absolutely need CAT6, CAT6a, or even CAT7 cable. And specifically, 23 AWG. The copper just has to be thick enough to carry that much data.
Okay, but a lot of buildings are still wired up with older CT5E. Does this thing just become a paperweight if I don't have the latest and greatest cabling?
Not a paperweight, no, but you definitely take a hit. Your maximum range drops down to about 250 feet. It really just shows that the device is only as good as the wire you plug into it.
Right, so assuming we have the good wire, we're not just sending like a grainy security feed, are we?
No, not at all. This supports Ultra HD 4K. We're talking 3840 by 2160 at 30 hertz. And importantly, it does this without any compression. It uses EDID to basically shake hands with the monitor and make sure the signal is perfect for that specific screen.
And for the audio files, I see it's passing through Dolby True HD and DTS-HD master audio. So you get the full, cinema experience at the end of that long Ethernet run.
Yeah.
Here's the feature that I think solves the biggest headache for installers: power over Ethernet.
Oh, this is huge. Absolutely. Usually if you have a little receiver box behind a TV or mounted up on the ceiling with a projector, you need a power outlet right there next to it.
Which means calling an electrician, cutting into drywall, and spending a lot more money.
Exactly. With this NTI unit, the main hub just sends power right down the Ethernet line to those little receivers. You just run the one network cable, plug it in, and the receiver powers on. It makes the installation so much cleaner.
Okay, now I need to clear up some confusion about the name. It's called a matrix switch. To me, that means I can route input 1 to any TV I want, input 3 to another, kind of like a video router, right?
Yeah, and that's where the name is actually pretty misleading. This is more like an 8-lane highway than it is a roundabout. It has 8 inputs and 8 outputs, but they're fixed. It's point to point. Input 1 always and only goes to output 1, input 2 to output 2. You can't cross the streams.
Okay. So it's really a high-density extender system. It's built for bulk extension, not for dynamic switching.
Precisely. That's the perfect way to put it. It's designed to live in a central rack and just push 8 distinct signals out to 8 distinct locations.
And speaking of racks, this thing looks, well, it looks industrial.
It is. It's a 1RU design, which stands for one rack unit, so it slides perfectly into a standard professional server rack. It's built to be set up and left alone for years.
Industrial grade usually makes me think of government or military use. Does it have the paperwork to back that up?
It does. It has TAA compliance. That means it follows the Trade Agreements Act, which is a mandatory requirement for most U.S. government contracts. It's a signal that this gear is vetted for secure facilities and federal projects.
Now, I did see a price tag online around $265. That can't be for the full massive rack unit, right?
You have to be careful there, yeah. That's almost certainly the cost for a single receiver or maybe another component. When you're looking at enterprise gear like this, especially TAA-compliant gear, you're paying a premium for that rock-solid reliability. You're not outfitting a command center for a few $100s.
So if we zoom out, this is not for the average person's living room.
No, not at all. This is the invisible backbone for a sports bar with dozens of TVs or university lecture halls or corporate control rooms. It's for when you need to move a lot of high-quality data very far, without fail, and without a tangled mess of power ports at the other end.
It really makes you think, the next time you see a perfectly crisp display in a mission control room, or maybe a high-security facility, you have to wonder, is this the kind of hardware hiding in the server closet, just quietly powering all those screens?
It definitely changes how you look at a simple TV on a wall, doesn't it? There's some serious heavy lifting going on behind the scenes.
Thanks for diving in with us. We'll catch you on the next one.